Hi, welcome back to my space where we keep everything real and authentic as possible. So today I'm going to be sharing what I feel has been a problem for me, and I definitely know that someone out there is definitely dealing with this, and we are talking about being afraid to voice something that would be negatively impacting you. We are talking about being afraid to say no to things that you don't feel comfortable with, whether it's something that you need to do on behalf of someone, but because you that person that does not want to be seen as umuntu ongeke as a person who doesn't come through for people. Also, someone who likes to say things that the next person would like to hear because you don't want to have a confrontation. I feel like confrontations are cringeworthy. Guys, I don't have a backbone at all. When you talk about someone who would avoid saying something to you because I'm just afraid it's gonna turn left. This is me. I've been struggling with this. You would find that I do notice Uguti, right now you are really taking advantage of my kindness, but I am always hesitant of voicing myself if it's a sickness or a weakness. I am definitely trying my best to confront it and work hard to overcome this, because as I grow, ngiyabona ukuthi no man, if umuntu grows up and they have kids, just because I love my kids so much, I would, let's just say I do have, I'd love my kids so much that I wouldn't want to say things or stop them from doing things because mina I'm afraid ukuthi I'm going to be this type of person born who is impacting them negatively. I feel like I need to grow some big balls and actually know ukuthi as in if there's something I'm not keen with, I would literally have the last 100 rands, and here you are when you're gonna come and request for something because I just don't want to explain myself. I'll be like, yeah, even though I know exactly, you would say, I am so not happy with what you've just said, and I don't want to do it, but I would end up doing it just because you need to be okay. I feel like it's just not on. I need to start having grow a backbone and actually toughen up and stand up for myself. It's something I am definitely trying. And also, when it comes to people pushing it, I've noticed that when you push it for me, I need to be at an edge. You need to push me to that point where I feel like, now I need to say it. Like you have overstepped your boundaries. I don't deal with something right there and there, which is something that's really not on. I don't know if there's someone out there, especially for example with family guys. You would find that someone is going to be like, that we were chilling. Let's just say we chilling watching something. Here you go, making food and stuff. When you are done, about to sit down and eat, they'll be like, can you make me food as well? They know exactly what to when you're the type that wouldn't say how, but you should have said one, two, and three. Instead, you will bottle it up and then make it for them. I don't know whether that's being a pushover. I don't know, guys, but it's something that your girl is currently working on. It is not on. Being like a pushover it's just bad, because you are half the time not happy but do something for people to be happy just for the sake of not confronting and not wanting to have those cringe-worthy moments. I've had so many moments where I could stop someone's behavior that was really not on towards me, but I just chose to keep quiet and just keep it moving. And I just felt like, okay, if you're gonna do this, then you will just definitely be ignoring someone who does into kanjalo. After ignoring them, maybe they'll just get over it and then they would stop. And you know, I've went through bullying mentality, and the only way I dealt with the bullying mentality was just for me to keep quiet and keep it moving. It's now that I'm realizing, it's, man, love yourself more, stand up and open up, talk, tell. I remember doing a video, guys. I think it was my second video, when I was like, okay, that's when I started to after going to therapy. I was then told, if you're feeling a certain way, voice it out. It's very good to confront your emotions and deal with them right then instead of bottling them up. So I've always been that person who would go above and beyond for the next person and not for me. I don't know why I'm getting emotional about this, but it's definitely been something that I've been going through. And in this 2023, girl, we are stopping. We're not doing that. We are not doing that. We are not going to be pushovers. We are not going to be people who put other people first. We are not going to be people that would rather have the whole room comfortable but ourselves because we are afraid of confronting things that are cringe worthy. So I just wanted to, guys, voice this out. I know definitely someone else out there is going through what I'm going through. And let's just toughen up, love, grow those backbones and balls, and definitely confront people. And no can sometimes it is, and no doesn't need an explanation. That's what I also taught myself these days, ukuthi, you can simply say angengikwazi, I can't. And you don't have to say, oh, I can't because I'm gonna have to go and actually do this first, so by the time I'm done your time. Yekuchaza. I'm one person who will explain just so that I know that by me saying no to you, you are okay. You know, to hell with that. This year, we're cutting that. I was telling myself, Guti, girl, that's one of interfanely suge in your body. Stop explaining yourself just for the next person to get comfortable. You need to know, Guti, it's enough. If you say no, you cannot do this one, two, and three for someone, it's because you can't. You don't need to say why, eh, and then worry yourself to come up with other solutions so that they can go do. It's not for me to do your homework. It's not for me to think for you. You know, guys, this thing, it has been going on for the longest time. And I always notice that, the people that go through my depression, guys, the way we bottle things up and we want to make the whole room feel at ease. Masuthwele iy'nkinga and uthwele zonke izinto zabantu, and here they are happy. You feel like, yeah, people are happy. I've done this to make them happy. You actually live through people's feelings. It's such a sad thing. It is very sad, guys. You live through someone's emotion. When you've made someone feel happy, it is such a victorious feeling. You feel like, and you feed off that. It's what drives you. Trust me, if someone asks, how are you doing? It is such a trigger question. How are you doing for me was one of the questions that I tried my best to ignore. If not ignore, I like to ask first. It's something that I think my friends would know. It's something that I actually did for the longest time. I'll be like, hi, and then once in uti hello, I'm like, how are you? So how's this? Hey, I'm so invested in wanting to know how okay you are, how's everything, how's because I don't want you to then return that and ask me, really, friend, how you holding up? How's this? I don't want you to do that. Would rather find solutions for every little problem that you have than me actually being asked how I am doing, or me being attended to and taken care of. I've done that for so long. Ukuthi make sure ukuthi someone else is taken care of but myself. If I'll be going through something, I'd make the next person angazi ngathini, just ukubenza bafile happy, or ukubenza befeel not alone. Meanwhile, sometimes I myself is going through the very same thing, but I won't confront my own demons or situation. I don't know, guys. I think it's I'm a patterns of the depression. I'm not sure, but it has, it's not only affected me mentally, it also affected my relationships, because as I said, I did not voice out exactly how I felt about something or someone. I never wanted to say something that would make them feel a certain way, because I know exactly how shitty you do feel when someone says something that would it's to I know demean, or make you really bring you low or bust your bubble. I knew exactly how that felt, or how to be in your own on your own in dealing with something without having anyone there. So I'm the first one to jump. For example, there's a lady at work. Something had happened to her. She actually, meanwhile, mind you, I'm going through depression, and it's everything triggers me. At that time, everything triggered me, guys. When I say everything, everything. If I hear a story that is so sad, I'm triggered. I was just triggered by everything. So this lady, I constantly wanted something to escape to, to sort out, to deal with, to try and resolve. I was constantly on the go, because I cannot sit and actually let my emotions um try and run free, or let my body deal with that. I had to be on a constant go, onto something, fixing something, helping someone with whatever. Not myself, because we can't do that. We will crumble. And after I've faced, or after the trigger, iyenzeka, I couldn't cope the whole day. I would have to go home from work, because it was time. It was like someone had a needle and had busted that balloon. And the way emotions would flow, guys, it would be, I would be a mess. I wouldn't control myself. It would feel like it's water that you cannot pick back up. I was just, hey, guys, hey, I used to be such a mess. But never mind, okay? Back to the story. So this lady, Ilokuze, she goes through something, Shuti, after work, because we used to clock off late. Shuti, she was harassed. I don't know, sexually harassed or raped. So, and at that time, I really felt really bad for her, because I knew her, and you know when you've known someone and they're just more than a colleague to you in a way. I what I do, the the usuals. I'm a trait of going through depression. I want to, because she normally goes, or ipet yakhe yokuya to the rank, because I used to take a taxi from the taxi rank. We hamba leng and hamba corner. So then I go with her on a daily basis. I try to help her face the fears of going through the same route that she used to. And guys, I'm not going to say it's a disorder or I felt joy by doing that, but by helping her, I did not feel a burden because Mina myself, excuse me, I was afraid of walking there daily without me knowing that someone was harassed or whatever. But trust me, if Tua she's around, the way I would have such confidence and the way I'd be like, there's nothing. And guys, I used to love helping, love being there for her so much that I would rather, after my shift, not rush home. I'd be like, no, I'm gonna wait for you. How about we pay an Uber? We split the bill, and then this, then that. She was a good lady, but now when I'm sitting and looking at this, going through all this, I now see, Guti, no man, you were too invested in helping the next person. Meanwhile, you had your inner, your spiritual or mental um health was a mess. I was crushed, guys. You know when you are that little hope to someone, but you yourself, you are so empty. You yourself, you are, you know, if they had to just place this person now, though isn't as pumagwena mese with what you are really feeling, it would be two total different people. And I don't know ukuqala le sickness what happened, but I'm just expressing to you guys because as I said, I know definitely someone might be going through someone the similar thing out there. But it is sad. It is very sad. I trust me, I'm stronger now expressing and telling you and not being triggered because it's something I had thought about and I feel like I am dealing with, and I'm so proud of the fact that I can sit here, film this, and be able to express really without feeling any shame, without feeling the need of me hiding some parts of my true emotion. Because as well, I used to also like to bottle things or emotions up. I never liked you to dwell in how I was feeling. For example, if I'm really low and I'm really feeling shitty that day, and you'll be asking me, so how are you feeling now? I then felt like, okay, now I'm honestly becoming a burden. I need to show you that I'm fine so that you can just stop asking me, because that's also triggered. Everything was a problem. It was a problem of the problem. Guys, when you are going through something that has hurt you emotionally, crushed you spiritually, left your soul dangling, because I felt like my soul was dangling in the spiritual realm. This day I used to believe in God, the next I'm mad at God, the next I then think, what if J? You know, when you are dangling without any direction, without any spiritual guidance, I would say, you become a mess. This thing I always used to say, it's like a demon that is constantly next to you 24 hours, spewing out every kind of negativity. And the more you concentrate and listen to what it is saying, the more crushed you are on a daily basis. Let alone go umuntu who's gonna add it on top of that, you. One small thing a person says that is negative, it is the most biggest trigger that will ruin your entire day. And then on top of it, you fake how you're feeling. You fake your emotions. You hide it in a way that, guys, let me just not continue, but nje, I just do hope that whoever is listening to this does help themselves, because nobody can but yourself and God, or whichever higher being you believe in. That's the only thing that can truly help you, because first you need to face the emotions. You need to let them feel that emotion, not be afraid of being expressive, I would say. I hope that's a word. Not being afraid to express yourself, not being afraid to voice out stuff. As I said, not allowing um that constant negative voice, because it makes you a pushover, because you try so hard to be this positivity outside. You are constantly fighting with the negativity that's within. So it's always war within yourself, spiritually, mentally, everything. It is just a constant war that doesn't end, but you would have to then say, all right, asibambela, this is now what I'm going to do to actually try and help myself. You are the only one who can try to help you. I'm not going to lie and say go to therapy. You can go for 5 years, 25 years with therapy. But the moment you sit down and say, I am freaking broken and I am now starting to sort myself out, I will pack each and every piece, and guess what? It's fine. I will gather all the pieces together, and if I mess up along the way, it is totally fine. If I'm not there for someone because I'm busy trying to gather myself up, they have to deal with it. Go get someone else who will be available for it, because you are not there. You are busy with yourself. You are learning to be selfish about you. You are trying to protect yourself in a way. And I tried that. I started spiritually, I emotionally, and then physically. I would say the emotional and the physical parts, they work in hand veil. So that's what I started with, God, spiritually, because at the end of the day, before Siba Nalento, we are spiritual beings. And if you try to be right with what you believe in or on, and be and communicate exactly how you feel, the way you are broken, and what you want to see happening, things start to be okay. I'm not saying you will see miracles and stuff will change and you'll be so happy. No. But you will know, Guti, there is a higher being out there that will not need you to to fix. They will not need you to make them have a great day. Instead, they are there for you to have hope and peace, and be looking forward to something better, and be looking forward to, you know, being happy, being healthy. It's like you having that higher best friend, I would say, that you are not scared to just open up to, unwind, vula eloma page, even the worst ones. Just be open, talk. I'm not a person who can phrase inkulumo kahle, but I do definitely hope that someone out there is going to take what I've just said and also do excuse me, an introspection nje about yourself. Ukuthi ngilaphi? How am I feeling? Honestly, If it's something you are afraid of communicating, because sometimes you are afraid of communicating with yourself alone. You know, when you try to lie to your own, your own body, your own self. Hey guys, yeah, shame. There are so many sicknesses that's the depression part. It's something I've never thought about. It's something I never imagined ukuthi I would actually go through. It changes zonke izinto in your life. But at the end of the day, into engiyithanda ngakhona, if you choose, as I said, overcome and you choose to work every day, ngeke ube starring on day one. Nami, I'm not 100% healed, but I said I will not sit down and let this conquer me because umina naye. Akekho omunye umuntu. I cannot throw it to anybody but me. I cannot tell you how it started or when. The only thing I can say, this is what I noticed changing about myself. So I'm not then going to sit down and think how it started. How should I go back to being me? Obviously, I'm not going to be the same because I've been through so much. Instead, I gather the pieces and move on and make the best of what I can make right now going forward. Even better, futhi if possible. So I'm not going to then be like, how I wish I had the Nolwazi that was a very bubbly before. Now it has changed. My happy place is actually taking a walk or hiking in the forest or going on a vacation where I know Guti there are less people as possible. It's something I enjoy at this moment. I'm not gonna be like, hey, ngiyafuna ukuya eDurban Sex Rock, which was what I enjoyed before. I loved being in the crowd and having that, I loved that. Now I don't. I'm not then gonna be like, how I wish that Norazi was. No, I'm gonna embrace this one. I'm gonna be happy. Do what makes this one happy. I'm never gonna be the same because I've went through so many things prior that. I went through so many things before Gibelo Nolazi Longi Wona now. I'm not going to then go back and say how hey kaze ngafisa ukuthi ngihambe man kaze ngafisa ukuthi angithande sengiyazazi ukuthi nayo into engiyithandayo, especially ngama birthdays. My birthdays, guys, what I truly enjoyed was going with my person, not friends. I made it quite clear. There's not a friend of mine that's going to tell me in the last 8 or 7 years, Mina Ngati, guys, we are going and celebrating my day. None of my friends know where the heck I'm at on my birthday because they know she is gone with her person because that's someone I trust. If not with my person, I'm chilling at home with family. We are eating, we are stuffing ourselves up. Something I enjoy. Or I go out, as I said, I go with my person, not at a public place or something. It needs to be somewhere booked where I enjoy. And in I can crowd, see happy, yes. But I like to take a swim. We like to take a walk. Yabonje angazi, it's something right now I enjoy. I'm trying to, I don't know whether it's nurture or nurse that wound. I'm trying to make sure it heals and it heals completely. Maybe I will then try to break free and start wanting to go to places, wanting this, wanting that. I'm a woman after all. We change our opinions, all right, honey? We evolve. So, I'm doing me. I'm loving this new, what can I say? This mentality I have, man. I'm very grateful for, yes, the supportive people that are around me, but most of all, I am happy that I did this for myself. I told you guys on the previous video, we'll say I even quit my job. Okay, that was a decision that I had made. I'm not saying anybody should do that. Excuse me, I was willing and prepared. I'm going to be broke. But let's fix the broken me first in order to even think about currency or money. At this day and age, awukwazi survive. Lucky I had family. I know I can go back home, chill, and fix me. At least bazonginikeza that time to do that and then get out there and hustle again. You know. So, thanks guys for listening. Don't forget, I said, comment. Let's have a discussion. Here we keep it real. Here we talk. I told you nginayi verbal diary. So ngiyakhuluma. Don't be afraid as well. Ungakhuluma. Nje, asixoxeni, let's just speak. Let's be real. Let's talk about things that we go through. Let's talk about things that excite us. Let's just nje. Let's not shy away from ukuba umuntu and embracing lobuntu lobesibona, because I mean ngeke uzufika uthi nayi rubric yokuphila kuwukuthi no, we are figuring this thing out sonke. Akekho ozosho uthi lalela-ke u-1 no-2 no-3 ama-ingredients okuphila. No, ngingasho ukuthi ekuhileni kwami this 1, 2 and 3 helped. I'm not saying it is a guaranteed for sure thing, you know. So guys, that was it. Have a lovely day. Kade ngisho ukuthi bye ngingasho ngingahambi. Now this is for the last time. Bye. Have a lovely day. And yeah, bye honeys.